This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. We started off with Cube yesterday, and we had seen couple of options, right? So, how to create a project, and later we had discussed about how to create a data source. Now, how to create a data source view. In data source view, we can perform a lot of other operations, right? So we can customize the data, we can customize, we can create relationships, lot of things we can do at the data, source view level. Clear? So let me again start with, create my SSAS project. I don't want to create today. I wanted to open existing one. So you go to start and dev env. So this is what you need to open. Let me open it. I don't want to create a project today. I wanted to open the existing project. Clear? When you go here, you will be able to see SSAS Amazon sales June 9. Yesterday we have created. You should be able to get this project. If not here, you can go to file, open. You should know the path. Okay, where is the path of the project? So you need to go to that place and open a solution file. I knew I kept my project in my D drive, data, demos. Now this is what is my project. Double click on that. Now this is a solution file. I need to open it. Clear? So without a path, without knowing the path, you will not be able to go to that path, right? So definitely you should know where you're storing the project. That's very, very important. Now I wanted to go to dev env and open existing project. How to do that? Go to start dev env. Dev env is there. Now click on this dev env, click on this. Now open this. Okay, now you go to Solution Explorer. Now you should be able to see the work that has been done already. So you have created data source. Now when you double click on it, so this is the data source. When you click on edit, you would be able to see the server name you have connected with, and Amazon DW database is done. Clear? Now you need to double click on data source view. Clear? When you double click on the data source view, yesterday we were able to get all the data from the data source view, right? So we have only 4 tables, the same 4 or 5 tables I'm able to get it. But otherwise in the data warehousing, you will have thousands of tables. So you may get only the few tables that required. I had given one example. Do you remember yesterday? We have a data warehouse where it is a, you assume as a buffet, right? So you will have a lot of dishes. Now this is what is your plate. DSV is your plate, right? You should be able to get whatever you needed. You customize here, and on top of the DSV, we can create a cube. So this is a HR data, this may be sales data, and you may be getting some other data. This is one more DSV called, inventory data. Okay, on inventory data, you create one more cube. Clear? So this cube will be given to inventory manager. This cube will be given to sales manager. This cube will be given to a manager called HR manager. So different people needs different information. I don't want to, go to the sales data. I'm the HR manager, and you are the inventory head. You don't want to go into the sales, right? So all the data coming from data warehousing, because data warehouse is a centralized repository, centralized server. So you can have all type of data in this. You may have HR data, you may have sales table, you have purchase data, you have branding data, you have marketing data, you have loans data, this data, that data, lot of data, expenses data, lot of data is going to be having in the data warehouse. Data warehouse is, it is different subject data going to be there. Clear? So that is what you need to understand. It is not only always a sales data. It is a centralized repository, means the company's whole data is going to be, stored in the data warehousing. Clear? But you need to understand what is the data you need to get it, and what is the cube you need to create it. So you cannot say I will get HR data, sales data, loans data, expenses data in everything in a single place and create a cube. Now this cube cannot be analyzed by a single guy, will be analyzed by the a list, a group of guys. For example, sales means sales manager, sales officer, this way. If you're HR means HR guy, HR manager, HR leader, and like that. Okay, group of people are going to be analyzing. You cannot say I will create only one cube and give it to all people. That cannot happen. You need to create a cube for a set of people. Clear? So that's what is very, very important. So we are going to create a DSV. So how to create a DSV? Now let me show you, let me delete this and let me create once again so that you can understand very, very easily. Clear? So right click on the data source view, click on this. Now click next. You may click, next, and you have a lot of tables. You need to understand what is the data you require. Do you need HR data? Then look for HR tables here. Okay, if you need sales data, look for sales table here. You need to at least minimum you need to have one dimension table, one fact table, one dimension table, one fact table to get the data. Clear? So I know this is my sales table. I always click on this table and add related tables, because the factor table and the dimension table will have a primary key and foreign key links. Clear? Automatically you should be able to get related tables. You need to click on this, and if you have any other related tables to this, you can get it. Like that you can get it. Otherwise you need to ask the customer or the people who are having good knowledge in the data warehousing what tables I need to use, because without that information you will not be able to create a cube. So what is that you should know clearly? Which factor table I should use, which dimension table I should use. Clear? So this information you need to write on the guide or deployment notes. So take the notes and you need to properly follow the instructions given in the paper and pen and take them and implement them. Clear? So these two things I don't need it. So I'm very sure that I need this, and click next. And this is what is called DSV. DSV of Amazon sales. You can give any name. So these are the tables I have it. Now I have created. So this is what is called DSV. DSV is here. Double click on this. Now when the DSV, you can see the dim location table, dim time table, dim product table. So all these are dimension table. Dimension means what? Dimension means what? Where you have character data. I told you detailed data. Factor table means where you have foreign keys, where you have more numerical data. Clear? So you are able to see beautiful, primary key and foreign key relationship. So why it is there? Because in your Amazon data warehouse, yeah guys, do you have any question? Yeah. If you go to your Amazon data warehouse, so beautifully this data warehouse is designed. So you have customer table, location table, product table, time table. And if you wanted to see the diagram, how the primary key and foreign key relationships are established, you can go to Amazon data warehouse. Now right click on this, add these tables. Right, if you create a beautiful data warehouse, you can get same structure in your SSAS cube as well. You need not worry about it. If you don't create good data warehouse, then you will get a lot of issues in your SSAS. Clear? Now I can see this is my factor table, and all these are foreign keys. People who have attended data warehousing, they will understand what is a factor table, what is a foreign key and all. People who do not know data warehousing at the moment, don't worry, you will understand data warehousing very soon, so don't worry about it. Data warehousing will be for 1 week. Some 6 to 7 classes we're going to discuss. Don't worry about it. Clear? So all these are dimension tables. This is a primary key and it is linked to here. So customer key is available as a primary key. Customer key is a foreign key here. And date key is a primary key here. Then we have a delivery date key, sale date key, when the product is delivered, when the sales is happened. So this is linked to like this. Location key, where the product is delivered, some location key is the foreign key, it is a primary key. So this is a beautifully defined in the data warehousing. The same thing you can have it here. So definitely primary key foreign key relationships are important even in Power BI. In today's class I was discussing about relationships and everything. So whatever you're doing at the data warehouse level, same thing will get replicated automatically, where in your DSV you need not create relationship, otherwise you need to create relationships. For example, I go here, so I knew that this table is linked, this table and this table is linked. If there is no relationship, let me delete this. Let me delete relationship. If the relationship is not there, you will not be able to process the cube. You will not be able to get a proper data. Clear? So relationship is missing. You need to establish a relationship. How can we do that? So everything, all customizations can be done at the data source view level. Clear? So you take a location key and from here you go and just keep like this and save it. It's very, very simple to create a relationships. Now you have the names like this in the data warehousing. These tables are going to go to the customer because end of the day, customer wanted to analyze the data. These tables are going to be used by the customer. How the customer is going to be using, we'll discuss in today's or tomorrow's class. I don't want to say dim location. I would like to give a beautiful name or a friendly name. Clear? I'm getting the data. I wanted to modify some name here. So when I right click and properties, a friendly name, I'll simply say location, but actual name is what? Actual name is called dim location. So I wanted to give a friendly name. Okay. So all modification I'm doing where in my plate. I'm not doing in the data warehousing, right? So you have a data warehouse. I'm getting a lot of data to the DSV. Now I am changing a lot of things. Table names I'm adding, and I'm creating relationship. Lot of things I'm doing at my plate level. Okay. If I do anything in my plate, it is not going to affect here. That's what you need to understand. You can get the data and do some kind of a modifications. Customizations can be done. You can also create relationship. You can rename something, you can add new columns, lot of things you can do it here. Okay, at where? At the DSV level you can customize a lot of things. I told you, if this is your food buffet and you get some food, what you do, you add lemon, you add salt, right? You add some vinegar, lot of things you're going to be customizing it here. It is not going to affect the centralized data warehouse. Clear? Because you got the food into your plate. Your plate is called DSV. So why DSV? Because you can customize, you can filter the tables, you can do lot of things. That's what I told you in yesterday's class, right? So I am now modifying a lot of things here. Modification done, and I go right click on this, go to properties, and friendly name is called this one, customer, and I go to properties. Now I'll go here, dim product. So here I can do it. I go here, I should be able to perform friendly name I can give, because these in a dim time fact table you can understand, I can understand, we are technical people. So a normal manager cannot understand what is a fact sales. You can understand sales, but what is a fact sales fact you cannot understand, right? So I have renamed. When I rename, nothing is going to be affected in the data warehousing. In the data warehouse the table names are same. When you refresh, So nothing is going to be affected here. So here the table names will not change. So everything is a factor sales, this one, that one, everything as it is. I am modifying in my plate. So where I am modifying in the DSV level. So step number one, I can do create relationships. Now later, I would like to create some new columns. For example, I go to this table. I say dim timetable I have. I have a semester number, I have a quarter number, I have a month number. So quarter number is what? Quarter number is 1, right? So customer does not like 1, he would like to see Q1. Customer does not like 2, he wanted to see Q2. But we have Q1, Q2 like this. So we should be able to modify this. How can we modify in SQL Server? Let me show you. I will get, Q, I'm going to be saying plus Q, I'm concatenating here with the quarter number. So quarter number, you have what? Quarter number is a column name attaching a Q to that. You will get Q1, Q2, but will it work? It is not going to work. Why? Because quarter number is a integer data, Q is a character data. You cannot concatenate it. So I need to convert this cast quarter number as varchar. So all these things you should say, and this is a new quarter number. So I'm giving some alias. Clear? So this is a quarter number. So, or you can say, yeah, this is new quarter number. So I'm able to get this. So this kind of an expressions I wanted to write and customize my code. Clear? So when I go here and I wanted to see the data, you can also right click on this explore data, which is going to get the data, which is going to get the data. And this is your data getting from where? Getting from the source table itself. I can go right click on this explore data. I can get the data. So a lot of things you can see at the DSV level. Right click on this explore data. Okay, so all the data is available here. All the data is available here. Now, that data, whatever be the data, I'm able to see it here. I would like to customize. What is the customization I wanted to have it? I wanted to have not one, I would like to have a Q1. So that is how the customer wanted to see the data Q1, Q2, Q3. But I don't have like this in this. So I would like to do customization where I can do the customization at the my DSV level, because I don't want to disturb the code at the data warehousing, because if you disturb something in the data warehousing, it is not only for you, right? It is for everybody. Other people also going to eat the food. You cannot go and add the lemon in the buffet, right? So you need to, if you wanted to customize something, get the food to your plate, you do the customization, add lemon, add water, add vinegar to your plate. So you cannot say I will go to the buffet itself and add the lemon there. So many other people do not do not want to add lemon there. Clear? So you're going to be doing all the settings, all the customizations where at your DSV level. So what I do, I go to timetable and I say new named calculation. So I can create a new column and new named calculation with the help of the SQL expressions. So this is the one I need to take. This is SQL expression. Copy, paste, and you go. So this is what is the name. Go here and add it there. That's it. So now you're able to create one new column. This is not the column available in the data warehouse. You need a column like this. It is a customer's requirement. So go explore data. Go explore data. You are going to be seeing a Q1, Q2, Q3 like this. When you come down, you should be able to see Q1, Q2, Q3. Like that, you wanted to do it for other columns as well. For example, I wanted to do it for year number. For that, I would like to add year. What is the name of the column? Year number. Year number. Then you can say the alias is also year number. So like that, you are going to be creating a year number as well. Now you take the complete expression, you go here, you right click on this table, new named calculations. Now you go and paste it. Now you take the name, control X, cut it. Now you paste it here. So this is the name for the column name, and this is the expression. Now you keep on saving it. Clear? Right click on this and you say explore data. Now you're able to prefix y. Now you can close it. Now again I wanted to add. Now year is added. Now I would like to go in for semester. Okay, now this is what I would like to have. Okay, so the customer wanted to see not one, he wanted to see semester one's S1. So I take the complete one, I go to copy, go here, right click on this and new name it calculation, and copy and paste the expression and take this out and correct, and you paste it here, and this is done. Now semester you have it, then quarter is done. Then I wanted to do it for month, and for month number also. What is the column name? Column name is called month number, because this is a month number column. And I wanted to add and execute the query. Now I'm able to get like this expression. Customer requirement, it is not my requirement. Customer wanted to see a month like this. Why he wanted to see, that is his decision. I cannot say anything, but he clearly told me, Bhaskar, you do like this. Now I'm planning to create some kind of a customizations. Now correct, now paste it here. Now it is, you can also verify, test it also whether everything is properly happening or not. You should be able to see a semester one and year number year one. You can just check it out here. Clear? So M12 means month 12. Semester one means semester one. You can close this button. So semester is done. Then after that, I would like to do it for quarter and week, month. The next one, I would like to go in for week as well. You should also do these things, guys, and execute first. It has to work perfectly fine here. If you get any kind of a syntax issues, then we will not be able to rectify it here. So right click on this, new name it calculations. So what I'm trying to do, if you wanted to create a new columns here, we should be able to create them here itself. Clear? So that is what you have to do it like that. So week number is also done. Then tomorrow I wanted to have after week. So day number. So I would like to add like this. So day number. So this is a new day number. So that I wanted to have it. Clear? So that is what I would like to have it. So I wanted to take this day name also, you wanted to get it. So can we get the day name? So guys, so I wanted to get the day name because I have January, February, but I don't have a day name. So to get the day name, so what is the function I should use it? So I need to take this full date. So date part function we can use, and we can use what is called full date. Okay, and as day name I can get it. So I can say DW. Okay. So this is how you should be able to get. So what is the name of the day? So that you can get it. Now when you execute it, so it is date name you need to give. Okay. So this date is Sunday, this date is Monday, Tuesday. Like that you can get the day names as well. Control C, you can go and new name it calculations. So you should be able to get the name as well. So remove this as and everything here. So that's it. So you save it. We have customized my food. I've taken the food, add vinegar, add lemon. So lemon I have added everywhere. Something like this you can assume, right? So see now. So these things I wanted to use it in my further data analytics. So nothing is added in the data warehousing level. When you go and refresh it, so nothing is added here. When you see it, so when you go to dim timetable, the columns are same. I did not add no quarter number, new week number, new year number. Nothing is been added because I have added in this. So if you wanted to have first name, middle name, last name as a full name, if you have a customer table, I have a name, but you would like to have first name, middle name, last name, you can have, you know, with the like this first name and middle name and last name as a full name. So a lot of things we can create as part of new naming calculations. So what are the things you can do it? You can customize the tables, you can filter the tables, you can modify the derived new columns, you can create new relationships. Lot of things we can have it. One data source can have many DSVs. Clear? So DSV where we can do the customization. Clear? So that's what you need to understand. I have done the customization. So save this. Now DSV is ready. So after DSV is ready, what I need to do it? So make sure that proper relationships are available. Clear? So everything is ready. The next one is building the cube. It's very, very simple that you can create a cube. Now right click on this. Now new cube. Now see that dimensions are empty. So this is a dimension table, 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 and this is a fact table. Clear? Now I go to Solution Explorer. If you close this window, you can go to View menu, get Solution Explorer. Okay? So many people will get worried. If I close this window, what happens? So don't worry. You can go to View menu, get Solution Explorer. Clear? So that is what you need to do it. Now, dimensions will get loaded when you create a cube. Clear? Data mining and everything we are not going to deal. So mining is completely data science, topics that we are not going to be covering as part of SSAS. Clear? Now we are going to go and create a cube. When you create a cube, dimensions are automatically be loaded. Clear? So I go create a new cube. Cube needs what? Cube needs dimension tables and fact tables. Click next. So use existing tables, yes. Click next and select measure group table. Measure group means fact table. So which is the fact table? So you can suggest, you can ask the SSAS engine to suggest. It can tell you. Sometimes badly also, wrongly also it may tell you, but you should know clearly. If you do not know what is the fact table, you can ask. It is correctly said sales table is a fact table. How it is able to identify? Because it can see lot of numerical data. If you do not know, you can ask, but if it is giving a bad choice means you need to bear with that. So you should know which is the fact table. I know. I will not ask the suggestion. I will click on this. Now click next. It is telling me what are the measures that you have. Measures means, for example, I go to this table. What is my table now? What is my table? The table name is fact sales table. So in this table, what are the measures? What are the measures that I can have? So quantity sold and the sales amount, where I can perform some operations, average operations, right? And makes man, all these operations I can perform. Only these two are measured. This is a foreign key. This is a foreign key. It is not a measure. It is a key column. It is a key column. It is a key column. These are all keys. So these two are the measures, quantity sold and the sales amount. I can ask what is the total sales amount? What is the total quantity sold? Clear? So these are the measures. These are called as a facts. Clear? or these are called a measure. What is a measure group? Measure group means a table. So which table is having a facts or measures? The table is called as a fact table or a measure group table. Clear? This is a measure, this is a fact, this is a measure, this is a fact. So the table fact sales is called as a measure group table, and the measure is this. It is a measure group. Measure group means what? A table. Clear? We have two measures, but if I show you, if I go there and show you, it is adding one more measure called sales count. That means it is also telling me the count. How many people have purchased your product last month? How many people have purchased the Sony mobile phone or Apple iPhone? I would like to have the count. The count, it is automatically added. If you wanted to have this measure, you can keep it. I don't need this measure. I don't need this measure. You can remove it. Clear? So this is added by SSAS engine automatically. We did not have this measure in our factor sales table. So you can create your own measures also. If you're not creating, at least this guy, Microsoft is giving a one more measure. Clear? So click next. The first one, I have taken the measure group table. I have taken the measures in the second step. Third step, what are the dimensions? Product, time, customer location. So you can have everything, or you can need at least one. I don't need this, don't need this. I wanted to analyze the data only based on the location, country-wise sales, state-wise sales, city-wise sales. I can ask you only this kind of a questions, not all dimensions, using all these dimensions, right? So minimum one dimension, minimum one fact, if you have it, you can create a cube. That's what I told you. Now I wanted to create all the dimensions. Select all, click next. Now this is what is called Amazon sales cube. Cube is nothing but here it is having what it is having, it is having collection of measures and dimensions. So creating a cube is very simple. You're going to be having what, facts plus dimensions. Click finish. That's it. Creating a cube is half a minute job, anybody can create. So this is what is called DSV is a gray color diagram, and a cube is a blue and yellow color diagram. So you may think that is it a cube? It is not the cube. It is having these dimensions and these fact. So what cube is going to be doing? Cube is ready with the tables now. So what we need to do? Cube need to be processed. Clear? We have created the cube. Now, if you wanted to create a cube, means we have created. So this is my data warehousing. Fine. I'm able to create a cube created. What cube is going to be getting? Cube is getting all dimension tables and everything. So it is having. So if you have data 10 and 20, what cube is going to be doing? Cube supposed to aggregate the data, right? What do you mean by aggregation? 10 plus 20, 30, right? This is what is called aggregation. When it is going to be aggregating the data, when you process the cube. Clear? So cube is available. For example, I have a grinder. When you put items, you need to switch on, right? Then only the grinding will start. Otherwise, simply grinding will not happen. You need to put some item in the grinder, then switch on, then the processing will happen in the grinder. So SSAS is a grinder. What it will take? It will take the data. What data? I have billions of data, millions of data here. All the data will be taken. It's going to be performing in aggregations. Aggregation means I told you. Aggregations means what? Summing operations, max operation, minimum operation, right? Max, min, average. I wanted to find out what is the average sales in last year in India. What is the sales, current sales in India? Current sales in current month sales, current quarter sales, current year sales, last year sales, this sales, that sales. Not only one aggregation, lot of multiple permutations and combinations aggregations are going to be done. Clear? So it is not going to perform only one aggregation. It is going to be performing a lot of aggregations. So the first aggregation, what is the total? The second one is what is the year-wise total, year-wise, semester-wise total, year-wise, semester-wise, quarter-wise total, year-wise, semester-wise, quarter-wise, month-wise total, year-wise, semester-wise, month-wise, quarter-wise, day-wise total. Like that, it is not going to give you one aggregation, right? So it will give you multiple aggregations, like year-wise, country-wise total, year-wise, country-wise, state-wise total, year-wise, country-wise, state-wise, city-wise total, year-wise, country-wise, state-wise, city-wise, and quarter-wise, month-wise, brand-wise total. You see, you don't know how many combinations of the data you can get. So not only one aggregation. When you have so much of a data, it is going to be taking, when you processes, which is going to be creating a lot of aggregation. One aggregation is 30, one aggregation is 28, one aggregation is 70. What is the minimum? What is the maximum? What is it? A lot of data is going to be created. Now, this data need to be stored. Where we are going to be storing the data? We are going to be storing the data in one more database. Okay, we are going to be creating one more database. For example, once a grinding is done, what you do? From the grinder, you need to transfer the item, right? So you put something in the grinder, you switch it on the grinder, mixed and everything is ready. What you do? You take that item from the grinder, you have to transfer to a new bowl. So this is what is called a new bowl. Okay, this is what is called a grinder. Clear? So you have done, this is the food item that you need to transfer. So this is what is called SSAS cube processing, and SSAS is going to be deploying. What it is deploying? So after grinding, you transfer the item from the grinder bowl to the new more bowl. The data is going to come. So this database is called as a multi-dimensional database. Clear? It is not a normal database. So data warehouse is a two-dimensional database. We can have the data in the two-dimensional architecture, and we're getting the data from OLTP. OLTP is also, we perform ETL operation, we get the data. This is also two-dimensional. Data warehouse is also two-dimensional. Two-dimensional means what? Rows and columns. The data is going to be stored like this. This is a two-dimensional databases, RDBMS. But when you process the cube and store the data, here we are going to be having the data in not in a simple table format. This is what is called a cube. Actual cube data is going to go here. So this is where we're going to be having multi-dimensional, data. Clear? If you wanted to create a report tomorrow, either SSRS report, or you may create a Power BI report, or you can create any other report, you can get the data from here. Okay, if you wanted to retrieve the data from cube, you have to write a query called MDX queries, multi-dimensional expression queries, that you need to use and get the data from this database. You can also create a report with the help of a data warehouse. Clear? If you wanted to get the data, we can write normal query and create a report. So normal queries are in data warehouse queries, or if we have simple Amazon database, we can also create normal queries. Clear? If you wanted to retrieve the data from normal databases are called as a two-dimensional databases, where we write normal queries and get the data. But in SSAS, when you process, the process data will deploy to the one more cube. This cube is called, multi-dimensional cube. You can give any name to the database, this cube database. Clear? So this is a Amazon sales cube database. All the data will get processed, and step number 2 will get deployed. Clear? And you have the data ready in the multi-dimensional cube database. Clear? Which is not a two-dimensional data, which is a multi-dimensional data. Clear? So all the data, it is available here. So you have aggregations are going to be happening here. For example, I told you 30 is a aggregation. 30 is going to be here total. 10 plus 20 equals to 30. And you need to have the average. Average is 28. Lot of aggregations will be there, and all the data is going to be coming here. And this is what is called MDX. MDX means what? Multi-dimensional expressions queries we are going to be writing to retrieve the data from the multi-dimensional database. This database you must create. This is not available, that you must create, then you process, then you deploy. Clear, guys? So this is what is very, very important thing that you have to know. Guys, am I clear or any doubts in this case? Okay. So what are we going to do? Now we have created a cube. Cube is ready. Now, have you seen we got 4 dimensions also when we created a cube earlier? We did not have the dimensions, all the dimensions. Time is a dimension, we can see it here, right? And location is a dimension, we can have it there. All the dimensions are here. So this is where we can see the facts. These are again dimensions, and this is a dimension. Clear? Now, if you observe carefully, these dimensions are database dimensions. Okay, dimensions are database. This is what is called a cube structure. It is what is called a cube structure, and these are called cube facts measures. Okay, cube measures are here. Now these are called cube dimensions. Okay, so there is a dimension. Have you seen this? So this dimension is a cube dimension. So this dimension is what database dimension. Database means, so whatever you're having in the data warehousing level, the same things are available here. Okay. So you have a cube. This is a cube structure. Cube measures are available here, and the cube dimensions are available here, and the database dimensions are available here. These are the raw database dimensions. Clear? So this is a cube structure. People may ask, people may tell you, go to database dimensions. You should not get worried. Or they'll say, go to cube dimensions. So you need to go to this one. This is a cube dimensions. Clear? So all these things are important to understand. So this is what is ready. Now, what I should do, I have to create a data, base, right? So I have to go here, and what I'm trying to do, go to properties. Now you go to deployment. Before deployment, where I would like to deploy, my server name is gather. What is the database I would like to create? Because I would like to deploy. After grinding, we need to have a separate ball. So I'll say it is Amazon Sales Cube database. This is a multi-dimensional database that I need to create. Clear? So if you wanted to process, you're getting the data from OLTP to where? To data warehousing. So this is your data warehousing. Now from here you create a cube. Now when you create a cube, when you process it, all the data has to go to one database. This database is called as what? Multi-dimensional database. I have created this as a Amazon Sales Cube DB. Okay, so when you process the data, what will happen? It is going to be aggregating. Aggregated data will get stored. Stored when you deploy it. So when you deploy it, all the aggregated data, step number one, process aggregation will happen. Step number two, all the data is going to go here. So this database, what we have created just now, you right click on this, go to properties. Now, okay, so if you have like this, you need to click on this triangle button, go to deployment, give the server name where you have installed SSAS. Okay, my computer name is Gather, and I have installed SSAS here. So I need to give this name. And what is the database name? You can give any name here. You can give ABC, you can give your name, but you need to give beautiful, meaningful name. Amazon Sales Cube DB. Give, click on OK, done. Save. And now what we should do, we need to right click on this. Now we have to process. That's it. Before processing, I have to build the cube. Why building is important? It is going to be checking, are there any kind of an error? So build the dimensions. Now what we do, we are going to be processing. Clear? So build it. So build is going to be telling me nothing to worry, build is succeed. Have you seen this? Build is succeeded. No errors in this cube. Okay, build is succeeded. If you wanted to rebuild once again, there is a rebuild process. It's going to be starting from scratch once again. So it is going to be rebuild all succeeded. So there is no errors at all in my cube. Clear? So you can just close this. You can build multiple times. There is no issue. Build succeeded. Clear? If you do any kind of a modifications, you can again rebuild. Clear, from the scratch. Now, once building is over, then I have to process. When I process automatically, which is going to be aggregating the data. So processing means grinding. You switch on the grinder. What will happen? All the ingredients will get cut into small pieces, right? It will take some time, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depends upon the data. Process may take sometimes 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, because when you have so much of a data, creating aggregations is very, very difficult. Not only one aggregation, right? Multi-dimensional aggregations. I told you, what is the total? What is the year-wise total? What is the year-wise, semester-wise total? What is the year-wise, semester-wise, product-wise total? Total, category-wise total. Lot of aggregations are going to happen. So this is what is called multi-dimensional aggregations. Clear? So when you click on the process, automatically after processing, which is going to deploy automatically. So you need not deploy separately. Deployment is taken care. Click on yes. So it is telling me it is already exists. You would like to overwrite? Yes, because I have done it for a previous batch, right? The same database name exists. Now it opens one more window and you can click on run. So it is going to be processing. What kind of a processing it is doing? It is doing full processing, complete the cube. It is going to be getting all the data from the data warehousing and the processing. Processing means performing aggregations. Clear? What kind of an aggregation? Summing, average, whatever will be the aggregations that are available, that will be done. Click on run, which is processing. I have very limited data. It is processed in a few seconds, right? So I have limited data. The process is done within 2 seconds or 5 seconds maximum. But when you have terabytes of data, do you think it will take only 2 minutes of time? It may take 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Sometimes we start Sunday morning and Monday morning it gets over. Clear? When you have large amount of data, process will take a lot of time. Clear? I don't want to reprocess. I wanted to close the button, and close this window. Now cube is ready and you should be able to go to the cube database and you should be able to see the things there. Clear? So I have processed the cube. Clear? So that is there. Now what we can do? So this is the cube structure. This is what is called cube structure. Cube structure. Dimension usage. A lot of things we need to understand. The calculations, KPIs, actions, partitions, aggregations, perspectives, translations, all these things we're going to discuss. Now I wanted to browse the cube. I have deployed the data. Now I wanted to browse the cube. Okay, I wanted to see how the data in my cube, right? Browsing means seeing, showing. You browse internet means what? I would like to see my email, right? Browse the internet means I would like to go to internet and see my email. So browse the cube. So where is the cube? Cube is here. Cube structure is here. Cube structure is here. Now I wanted to browse the cube. Why I would like to browse? Browse means I wanted to see my aggregations totals. So how do I do that? So I simply go to browser. Clear? Now these are my tables. What are the tables I have? Sales table. I have my customer table. I have my location table, product table. I have this. So what is that I would like to do? I wanted to know what is the total sales. Simply drag and drop like this. Now click on this button. Total sales is this much. Now I did not write summing operation. I simply drag and drop something. I'm able to get the total. Now if I'm a SQL developer, what I should do? I have to go here. I wanted to get what is the total sales amount. If you wanted to get as a SQL developer, we should know how to write a query. Sum of sales amount. Clear? So where is the column called? Sales amount. This is what is called a total from which table? From fact.sales table. I'm going to be taking sales amount and I'm performing a sum. So this query you should write it. So you're able to get some data. You copy this data. So this is the data you got it. Now 108 222 833. Now you go, you see this 108 222 8330. Did I write any query here? Did I write any query here? So simply I'm dragging and dropping. This is the beauty. So this is the beauty without writing any code. Without writing any code, we are writing a code here. There are two problems here. One is you should know how to write the code. Coding we should know very well in the SQL. The second issue is that it will happen on the fly. On the fly means what? On the fly means when you execute this query, when I select this query and when I execute it, it will go to the table and read row by row, row by row, row by row and doing the summing. Now, I am lucky to get it within 2 minutes because I have a limited data in this table. If you have 10 billion data, if we have 10 billion data, if I execute the query, will I get the result this fast? No, you will not. So on the fly, this query will become very, very slow. Query is slow in the real time. Why? Because you are executing this query on the fly. Whenever the customer wanted to see the sales, what is the total sales happened? So what you do? You write a query as a SQL developer and you write the query, you click on execute button. This will take 1 hour to get the total. Why? Because so much of a data is available in fact sales table, your query will not respond. If query does not respond, what the client will tell you? You said you are going to be giving a beautiful information. Now for a single query, you're taking 1 hour of time. So you have created a bad application. I don't want to use your SQL. SQL is nonsense now. Clear? SQL is not going to implement because I kept my data in SQL in data warehousing. So I go to data warehouse and I try to write the query. The first issue, you have to write so much of a coding. Second issue, when I run this query will take a lot of time because you will have so much of a data in the data warehousing, last 10 years of data. So data warehousing is good for only storing of the data. Data warehousing is very, very bad to processing of the data. For example, I can write like this, but do you think that this query is going to work? It is not going to work. I have a little amount of data, I can get like this. But if I have a huge amount of data, let us say you have 5 terabytes of data, this query will take minimum 5 hours. Clear? So data warehouse, you can also write the query and get it, but when you have large amount of data, you'll go mad. So data warehouse processing is completely bad. You restrict the data warehouse only to store the data and don't write the queries and try to execute like this. Clear? So who's going to be executing? Who's going to be creating aggregations? The better the queue. Clear? So now you see, I would like to see what is the quantity sold. Simply drag and drop like this. Click on execute this query. So it is very, very faster because it is already aggregated. Okay, if somebody is aggregated, you simply go there and drag and drop. It is very, very faster. Now I wanted to see what is the sales amount. What is the sales amount? For example, this is my sales table, right? This is my sales table. I wanted to know what is the sales happened product wise. If I go to product table, let me use select star from dimension dot product. Clear? So this is my table. I have a category name. So I wanted to know category wise sales. Clear? So the sales is available here and category is available in this table. How these two tables are linked? Based on the product key. You have a product key here and there is a product key here. So I wanted to know category wise sales. So what I need to do? The query is like this. Category wise sales amount. That means total sales amount. I need to join these two tables. Now it will be irritating a job for you. Select because you know joints and everything you studied very well because I taught you, right? So you would have written like this as a join, then we are going to be saying as B here on A dot product key is equivalent to B dot product key. We are going to join the data. Joining is not a very easy operation when you have a large amount of data in this table and in this table. It is going to give you data very quickly. I have only 1000 rows. But in the real time, do you think that you will have only 1000 rows? You will have 10 million, 100 million, 2 billion data. You'll go mad. Now, again, after that, I should know I have to use a grouping clause. You should know the very well queries, category name. So I have to use this in group by clause. You should know very well queries and take this data and remove this it here. So you should know good coding. Otherwise, you will not be able to do this sum of sales amount, right, as a total. So all these things you should know, and then you execute it. This much of a query you have to write, and you are able to get category wise what is the sales append. Clear? Your joining, that is one bad thing. Joining is very very slow when you have large amount of data. You are aggregating on the fly. This is very very slow. Then you should know good coding standards. So why is group by clause need to be used? All these things you should know. Clear? So coding you should know, that is a problem. Joining is very very slow operation. Aggregation is very very slow operation. So this is what you're going to be processing the cube. Now here I need not do anything, simply already processed. I simply, what I do, I wanted to get sales amount, drag and drop, click on execute. I need category name. What is a category? Category is available in a product table. But unfortunately, I did not get the product name. I got only the key column. Remaining columns are not available. Okay, because I got only one column, product. So it has lot of columns, right? Only product key is available. Category name, product name is not linked here. Okay, so I would like to link them, and I would like to drag and drop. How to link them? You go to, this is your cube, this is where you're browsing, right? So I would like to have category wise. So what I do first, I don't have the category here. I have to go double click on the product. You see, only it has taken the product key. I wanted to have product name. I would like to have product price. I would like to have product category name. Like that, you have to simply add. Clear? So this is what is called, you are adding remaining columns to the cube. Now you can create a hierarchy. What do you mean by hierarchy? So India has a lot of states, right? So India, and within that you can have a states. Like that, I can have a category, drag and drop a category. Within the category, I can have a product name. For example, stationery. Under stationery, you will have a pen, pencil. You have a vegetables category. Under that, you have a tomato, potato, like this. It's going to be creating a hierarchy. What is the hierarchy name? Hierarchy name is called product hierarchy. You can create a hierarchy, prod hierarchy. So I have done with this and save. Clear? Like that, you need to double click on time. So only key is taken. So remaining columns, I wanted to have it there. So I don't want to take this. I would like to take all this, the new things. So select everything, drag and drop. You can create a hierarchy. What is the hierarchy? Year wise, semester wise, quarter wise. Okay. Within the quarter, month wise, within the month, week wise, within the month, day wise. I would like to see the data. So this is what is called hierarchy. You can have the hierarchy. So this is what is called year full hierarchy. Clear? I wanted to see the data like this. Sometimes I would like to have year wise, semester wise, quarter wise, month wise, week wise, day wise sales. Sometimes I would like to have year wise. Then within the year, I would like to see week wise. I don't need anything else. So this is one more hierarchy. I would like to see data like this. So this is a week hierarchy. So you can create the hierarchies as well at the dimension levels. So these are the two things, not much more things. You have done it. We can close this, go to customer table and the customer key is taken. I would like to have a customer city. Okay. And I would like to have a customer city. If you wanted to have it, you can have it. Otherwise, leave it. Okay. So customer name, if you need city you can have it, otherwise leave it. So whatever you would like to have it for analysis, you ask the client, they will be able to give you. You save this and you go to location table. Okay, in the location table we have we have country, right? So we need to state, you can drag everything together also. So we can create a beautiful hierarchy. First we'll have a country, within the country we'll have a state, right? Within the state we'll have a city. Clear? So now this is, you can rename it, right click rename, and this is what is called location hierarchy. Okay, so a lot of things you can create, save it. Now whenever you do any kind of a changes, so we are in the browser, we're in the cube, we have done the some kind of a changes to these dimensions, you go right click on this again, rebuild once again, then again reprocess the cube without fail. Okay, so process the cube. So when you reprocess, the existing cube data will get deleted. Again it is going to be creating aggregations freshly and loading the data. Click on run. It's going to be again re-aggregating the data. It is going to delete all the data. It is done, it is done, it is done. Now you close it. This is the cube structure. I go to the cube browser. Okay, I have to refresh because I have done some changes, right? There is a button called refresh or reconnect. You can use any one of them. You're going to the cube once again. It is refreshing and reconnecting. So now you see, these are the measures you have. These are the all columns you have. See, in all columns you're able to get it. Okay, now you have location, you have a product name, you have a lot of things. Now what I do, drag levels here. You can also do right click on this, auto execute. You can put auto execute. Now what you do, I wanted to go simply get the sales amount. See the sales amount, I wanted to know, I would like to get a product category, drag and drop category. Now see, without writing any code, the same data I'm able to get it. Now see here, this is the query I have written. So this is the query I have written. You can see books category is this much. You can go to the books category is this much. 22430000. So did I write any code? I don't need this, remove this. I wanted to have year-wise sales. Where is the year number? Year number is available here, right? Year number is available. So this is what is the sales happened in year-wise. What is the total quantity sold year-wise? What is the quantity sold? You can simply drag and drop like this. What is the year-wise, country-wise? Where is the country? Country is here. Where is the country? Country is in the location table. Country, simply drag and drop. See, in 2012 in India, this is a sales, and yes, this is a sales. Country wise, I wanted to have a product wise or city wise, whatever you wanted to have, you will be able to have it. So you can remove this year wise. So country wise, state wise, sales wise, whatever you would like to have it. This is without writing any code. You are simply dragging and dropping. Clear? Now, how the end user can do this? End user will not have SSAS installed, right? End user will go to his machine, his laptop, he will open his Excel sheet. Okay. For example, you're a manager in the company. You wanted to see what is the sales happened. So will you ask a technical person? No. What you do? You go to Excel sheet. Now you go to data. Now the technical people will come and they will assist you to connect to the cube. From other sources, from analysis services, server name wherever the cube is processed and kept ready, this cube name is available in the local SQL server, Windows authentication. Click next. And what is the database name? This is the database name. This is the cube name just now created. Click next, click finish, and click OK. Now see, this is what is the cube structure. There is a row, there is a column, there is a sigma, there is this one. For example, I wanted to know these are measures. These are customer table, date table, location table, whatever you would like to do it. For example, I wanted to have a location. When you go to more fields, for example, I would like to have country, drag and drop country here. So country, what is that you need? You need a sales, right? You can just go there and drag and drop this to sigma. So this is what is the fact. Now India wise, this is a sales. Clear? I wanted to have not only India sales, I would like to have a sales year wise. Go here and go to more fields. Now you should be able to get, okay, year number. You drag and drop here year number. Now you see in India, this is a sales, and in US, this is a sales. Now a end user, without asking any technical help, he can create a beautiful report like this. Now see this beautiful report. It does not need like this. He would like to have, column, right? So he can place like this and see the date. So in India, so this is a sales data is happened. Now, are we writing any queries? Are we writing this kind of a complicated queries? We are not writing. So all the data is ready in the cube. The end user is connected. Whatever he won't like to see it, he will be able to see it. It does not need remove this, remove this, remove this. This is what is called pivoting operation, pivoting tables. Clear? So all these things end users are going to be doing without they disturbing you. They don't need any technical expert help. That is the beauty about SSAS. If SSAS is not there, as a technical person, you need to write very complicated queries like this. You'll go mad. Clear? They'll ask you, I need country wise, year wise, that wise, it wise, total. So we are not writing any sum of any grouping by, no joins, nothing is required. Simply, they simply go and drag and drop whatever they need it. Right? Are we joining anything? For example, I wanted to see customer wise what is the sales happened. Simply drag and drop customer and what is the sales happened. This is the each customer, how much amount they had spent. And I would like to go only for Indian customers. So I would like to go in for Indian customers, go to location table and country, and I would like to have a filter here. Filter means India. So the country is all countries here got added. Now I would like to go in for Indian customers only. You go here, you open this, and you say select multiple items, right? You select this. Now what we do, I would like to go in for only India. You can unselect USA, click on OK. So that's it. So you can filter the data. You can see how the sales is happening, how many Indian people are buying, how many US people are buying, and whatever you would like to have, right? I would like to have the data customer name for year wise. What I do, I take the year number and I can have it here. So this customer in this year, and this is the product they bought it. So they need for all customers, go here and select everything, right? They need only for USA customers. So you go here and you should be able to click on US. Now the end user is playing with the data, and whatever you would like to have it, he will be able to have it. When you click on it here, you should be able to get it. When you go, it disappears. When you click on it here, it comes again. So this is what is called x-axis, y-axis. This is the factor data. This is the filter data. So that's at a maximum. They are going to be analyzing it. Clear? So all the business data will be analyzed. Why the numbers are small? Why the numbers are big? Why there is no sales here? So why the sales is completely black here? So all these things the customer will analyze. Why these customers are not buying? This customer is buying a large amount, lot of things they can analyze. If they don't need customer name, they wanted to have. So we have created a hierarchy also, right? For example, I would like to go and create a hierarchy. Let me drag and drop the hierarchy. Now see, within the books, these are the products, books and product names. Automatically, the hierarchy will get created like this. Clothes. So you can go in for personal products like that. Okay, so this is the category name, this is a product name. Automatically you will be able to get this kind of a report beautifully. And so this is how the customer can see the data. For example, I wanted to see a location hierarchy, drag and drop like this. Automatically country, within the country you will have I need to have remove the filters. Okay, I need to have countries. Now you see India wise, and this wise, and city wise, year wise data. Now are we writing any queries here? We are not writing. Simply end user drag and drop, he will see within 2 minutes he can see the sales. He need not ask the technical person, I need this, I need that, I need that. So you have data like this. So this data is like this, but this data is not able to understand. We cannot understand this data cleanly, but this data we can neatly understand, right? So this is what is called data. This is what is called data. This is what is called information. Whatever the customer needs, he can easily see it. He can easily analyze it. This is the beauty about data warehousing, beauty about the cubing, beauty about Excel, beauty about the technicality behind the scenes. Clear? So end of the day, we are not going to be writing any queries. We're simply storing the data. But if you give the data, nobody can understand. They need this kind of a data. Okay, in Karnataka, what is the sales? Okay, in 2012, what is the sales? I would like to have within the Karnataka, within the category, whatever you would like to have it. For example, within this, I wanted to go in for product hierarchy also. I would like to have it. Now see, within India, within Karnataka, and what is the books, and within the books only MSBI books sold this much. Now without telling anything, you cannot understand this data. This data will cannot tell you like that. So Excel is doing beautiful things. It is going to give you a beautiful report. Anybody can easily understand. So this is connected to the live data of the cube. Clear? Excel is a beautiful reporting tool. Clear? The same thing also can be done in your Power BI, in your SSRS. Clear? We can create a reports there, but without creating a reports, the end user can play with your data. He can easily understand the data. Business intelligence means convert your data into information. Clear? This is the data. Nobody can understand what is this means. So the same data now people can easily understand like this. So what is the mobile phone sales in year 2012 in India? Blah blah blah. Clear? If you don't need, remove this, remove this, remove this, remove this. That it is blank. Now you can play with the data. You can close the sheet. Again, you can reconnect tomorrow. Clear? Without writing a code, without giving a burden to the data warehouse, without processing anything in the data warehousing, we are using data warehouse only to store the data. Processing is going to be happening in the cube. Cube is a database. The database I will show you tomorrow. Database I'll show you tomorrow. Where is the database? And we are going to be having, what? The proper database structure, the cube database we had created, right? That I'm going to be showing tomorrow, guys. Clear? So this is how cube is going to be created and it deployed automatically. Am I clear, guys? Any questions?
Sir,